So yeah, let's try that again, shall we?
I see smoke, but not a lot of activity.
Smoke's probably coming from something the machines wrecked. As for the quiet, well, there's a work stoppage in effect because of all the fuss.
What
Oh, we
sort of
gotta
machines are causing the trouble?
see
Nasty ones and lots
the
of
good
them.
first
Bristlebacks,
minute and a
they're
half of
called.
cutscene again.
Strangeness is, they're not native to the dodge.
At this point,
Just showed up.
we'll take
all
it.
Of a sudden.
No hunters to kill them?
Thank you,
We've got
thank you.
hunters, just none that want to cross Ulvent. Boss of chains.
I mean, second try is the charm, right? That's what they say.
Work stoppage was his idea.
Yeah, well, I'm just passing through. Got an embassy to attend.
You should have said. That ain't gonna happen no time soon.
What are you talking about?
You hear that? That's your answer.
Who is that?
Karja's son priest. Tracked him down yesterday, about an hour before the
Yeah,
machine
it's
trouble.
kind of signifying how often I've heard this speech now.
So he says.
You kind of memorize all the little details about his speech patterns and whatnot. It's just kind of funny, so you can quote all the lines as well.
I gotta find Erend. But it might be good to hit Chain Scrape first and upgrade my bow.
See it already? I feel like these slides go
This railway definitely isn't safe.
a lot smoother. So yeah, let's chalk it up to the pre-stream jitters that everybody has. I'm pretty sure. At least I like to think everybody has them. That makes me feel less inexperienced, is the word.
Drew said I could get my bow upgraded in there.
Less rookie
I'd be able to tinker with my other gear too.
at it, so that's gonna be good. Come on, there we go. Yeah, sometimes you get too fast. There is a bit of a sweet spot in the pause between the slides, I feel like. There we go. Getting Mike the mount. Okay. That's I'm not surprised, but in any case I am.
This whole area is rigged with tripwires.
Okay, that's the one. And there should be the second. Nice.
Hold tight. I'll see what I
Okay.
can do.
Try luring them
A
into
little bit of tripwires. And there we got the safe circle, so we did that pretty decently in any case. A lot better than the first time.
I see.
Hold. Yep, more room.
I should.
Oh, you're. Did you?
Maybe. So Erend headed south. Should be able to pick up his tracks with my focus.
Mike decently behaved there, so that's good.
Headed up the hill. Erend's? My focus can
Got
help
our
follow.
big friend, the bully Bristleback. That can be damaged. Fun fact.
Sounds like someone's putting up
That one's over there. Nice. Alright, see? It's all good, it's all good. Gotta wait for a big buddy Aaron to drop down again. Not break anything.
Hey, Loy. You might.
A good buddy.
Meet me halfway here. Ah! God.
Let's see what he does.
I'm good. Okay, I know you. What's
I need Erend. It's just
really? I bet.
Erend.
Couple. Alone. Listen, if you want, we're gonna.
Oh, I'll click. I'll catch.
I like it.
I'm sorry.
You?
Where is the?
Hey.
It's
All right. After you left, what?
Erend.
Oh,
Listen.
are you?
Exact.
Well, I get no.
Okay, we did the job. Nah, it's fine. Hey, Dwango. Good to see you up and about. Or at least up and about enough to drop a message in here. Yeah, thank you. I hope
There's the
life's
quarry
gonna
Phyllis
treat you
mentioned.
better in the coming weeks. That all your health
Another one
issues
down.
may disappear like sun before the snow before the sun is the words I was
Another
looking
one
for.
down. There. Quarry's safe.
Stranger, come on over
I have
here.
been keeping up a bit with your the messages you post in the Discord, even though I'm not, you know, actively participating in the conversation over there.
Yeah, but check.
But it's good to read that at least you're getting help and
Think
hopefully
I've
things will
most of
start
this
to
events.
improve.
Valley should be safe enough to travel. I'll go give Wadis the good news. Then maybe this embassy can finally happen.
I'm not sure. I mean, I think there's a couple approaches to what you would call a Metroid. I mean, you do get certain upgrades in your first playthrough that unlock passages to new areas. So in that sense, I guess you can consider it, because
Give Wadis
there
to
are
the-
areas which you, in the beginning, without that upgrade, you can't enter. And later on, if you progress the story, you can. So in that sense, I would consider it a Metroidvania.
Not
But it's certainly not one of the more traditional ones, or more of the purest ones, because I think there's a lot of people out there that do feel like Metroidvania should be in 2D space.
Yeah. Yeah, the chain scrape's back to work. Merchants
And
should be
I'm
open to trade.
more of I'm not really that set on my dimensions yet. You know, that's true.
Before I send Wadis off to Baronite.
But
Better see what that
yeah,
crack
it's a
match is.
Metroidvania light, I'd say, because you get like 2-3 items that allow you access to new areas that you couldn't previously.
Baronite.
So it has certain elements of it, yeah.
I should find whoever's in charge here.
So I think at this point I'd categorize it as a Metroidvania light.
Around too.
Lighten up, Pai.
Are you in?
I'm
I'm. And maybe.
not really, but come but the
All right.
But since we're starting in New Game Plus here, we've got already all of those abilities.
Activity going on around here.
the Tanakh tore down this place during the Red Raids. 2 years of labor, we still have a long way to go. The work stoppage and change scrape nearly halted.
Does this work with the bow? I don't think so.
Got them back to work.
Let's try that
I
again.
was just helping out.
It should work with the bow.
Well, I'm sure all of them was through.
Not like that, at least. Is he already there? Yeah, let's wait in.
Stand aside, soldier.
I mean, I am obviously very biased in these games. Forbidden West is the second game in this series, so if you haven't played the first one,
Shut up.
I strongly recommend that. It has a really, really great story, and obviously it's set in the post-apocalyptic world. You've got all these machines fighting here and there. You know there's something wrong with the world in the first game, and you're trying to find out what. And the reason why the world is the way that it is at this point,
Maybe.
that gets told pretty late in the game. And my first playthrough, let's say, I was pleasantly surprised with the way it was told and how the game revealed itself to be became the way it is. Oh yeah, the first game definitely works on PC, and it should work on Linux. It did relatively recently get a remastered. Not sure if that works on Linux, but the OG should. That game is like 4 years old at this point, so support should be pretty good
Somewhat.
for that. Woohoo! And thank you for the follow. That's much appreciated. Hang on, gotta focus for a bit. See where my save marker pops up, and there we go. A nice gold split to start off our second attempt of the day, which is always nice to see the color pop up. And hey, Leo, welcome in, welcome in. Oh, buddy, get the other way around. There we go. But coming back to the first game, yeah, that should work on Linux, no problem. It doesn't have a Switch release because it was originally released as a PS4 exclusive, and then later on it got ported to PC, and the prequel, the sequel, did get released on PS5 and later on PC as well. But the Switch hardware just isn't powerful enough to play a game like this.
This is it.
That's a pretty
Location of
decent
the coordinates I scanned from the spider.
trip through the
Workshop
bushes.
underneath a dead Horus Titan. Just the kind of The device is blinking. I guess Silence wants me to check it out.
Yeah, the Forbidden West really just takes the formula of the first game and improved upon what made that game great and made it even better. So yeah, I'm still in love with the first game, and I got really hooked on the first time I tried that. I do remember seeing speedruns of it. I think the first time it was showed off at a GDQ, and I do remember the way the game looked and how good that it looked. I didn't get into the game at that point, but I got into it later, and first time I played it, I just fell in love. The atmosphere is so great. The storytelling, the world building, every little detail you can find. There's hidden lore points all throughout. The way the characters are written, it's just really great. And yeah, as I said, the story beats that happen and the way they eventually explain the origins of the apocalypse that happened, that was so great, and I didn't feel like I could have predicted where the story was going at that point. So that really kept it fresh for me.
The trail goes into the hillside.
And yeah, at this point I've put in hundreds of hours, even without the speedrunning time, into this game.
Hades in. And that door. Hades? Is that... Yes, even... Enough.
Of course, the added benefit of the game's studio being Dutch certainly helps.
All right, but just trick. Though you won't.
Hang on, I think you catch me at the exact same point as just now. There's a couple of difficult bits that I need to really focus on to make sure I execute them correctly, and I haven't yet unlocked the ability to both skip being a bit more of intricate gameplay, reacting to chat and talking about it. So it's more of like I was stuck in a focus.
I'd step back if I were you.
Finally. I think I'm in.
Then by all means, proceed.
Bet I could use this again.
Let's see here.
This whole place is flooded. And there's another gene lock door on the other side.
Ooh, nice. All right, let's swim the last bit here just to be on the safe side. Wee.
Okay.
No, yeah, I definitely notice spots where I have trouble focusing on multiple things at once, especially considering there's a bit of difficult platforming. I need to concentrate more on the game than
It's huge.
I'd like to, I guess.
It looks like the power's off.
So yeah, the
Something about
multitasking
console.
during doing a speed run is not yet in my capabilities. Give it a couple more couple more hours.
Okay, powering up.
So the muscle memory hasn't built in yet.
Unstable and very heavy. Be careful.
At least I've got power. And there's data here.
No, it's alright. I like
Looks like
getting
this
prompted
reckless spider thing is
to
a testing apparatus the
talk
guy
about what
used.
I like.
I better take a look at that excess power.
So
Yes, get to it.
yeah. So in the multiple aesthetics here, definitely is one of the things they improved on. I feel like in the second game,
One loaded with
as you
Hades
get
backups,
shown a lot more
the other
variety in the tribes that they show off and that you encounter.
The guy repository is stuck.
So unstick it.
Because we got difference between one of the space people we encounter here. That's a lot more fluidly designed.
Break the couplings holding that thing up.
In comparison to the other tribes that focus more on. Oh, that didn't work at all. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, let's try to do this manually at this point. There was no way we could destroy them all at the same time, so there we go. Okay, Eric, please, let me shoot the things. That'd be nice. There we go. Difficult fight over. But yeah, no, multitasking, especially during these more intense bits, I'm not sure if that will ever get easy in any case. But I do feel like, thinking back a bit, that the talking during execution bits like that do take away a lot of the
Some kind of power.
nerves or stresses in executing properly,
Promising.
I want to say. You don't focus as much on what you're doing and just let the muscle memory guide you, which is good.
If I override it, I can get data on this.
But yeah, if I ever get the chance to show this off at a marathon setting, You bet your ass I'm gonna have commentary with me. Where is
Looks like
Mike?
those three are in
Mike,
trouble.
come on here, buddy. No, other way around. Yeah, that's fine.
The bloodiest
Oh,
horse
I'm
here.
definitely gonna submit it for annual.
Get Gaia up and running.
That was the plan all along.
More of the Ataris and their gods.
And I feel like I have more than enough time to get consistent to an hour 50 mark as a PB time. Because I feel like nice 2-hour estimate
There's Varro.
allows for a lot of flexibility and easily slotted in. Of course,
Then
When you're ready, meeting.
the
We'll do it.
what's the word? I don't want to say perfectionist per se, but I do want to get faster and more consistent at the game. So yeah, you know, I'll keep aiming for a 150 PB at this point, and the goal, the dream at this point is a sub 150,
It wouldn't.
which theoretically that should be possible, because you know the sum of best is a 147.
The grounds are closed, Outlander.
So yeah, that should very much be possible. Just, you know, get more runs and keep getting better at the game. You know, learn all about the little quirks that you can encounter, like stumbling upon rocks and geometry that's just a bit
this trail is the path of the
finicky
Lambos.
for your mount to get over, or quick thinking on your feet. Like getting backups in is always a good plan to have, because you never know what might happen. Yeah, and I think with the way I feel like time has been progressing lately, the annual is going to be here sooner than I'd like, in the sense for submission.
May the land gods forgive our trespass.
What's that ahead?
Over Cauldron Door.
There we go. See, we do keep getting better and better at the game.
We have to find the core of this place. Who built this place?
Because I'm not sure where all these gold splits came from.
Not like any you've seen before.
I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong.
Machines in here.
Right behind you, Aloy. This is the cauldron. Where machines are made.
If the land gods come and go, then they aren't just made here. Those could be
Yeah,
ones here, too.
I gotta be honest. The previous appearances I did for with/for Tazbot has certainly helped in
Everything I said, it wants us
my
to
opinion of how scary getting up on stage actually is.
kill the machines.
Because I would say I feel a lot more confident in displaying my own runs now that I've had some experience with showing Tazbot runs on and getting the opportunity
Ouch.
to have displayed runs on the big stage before really helps in knowing what to expect and whatnot. So that's very good.
I take it you didn't come down here to check on us.
Not exactly. Now, I have to find
Is
my way
that
back
is
up.
this salvageable? I don't think so. No. All right. Okay. Hang on.
Looks like those
This
cables are blocking
feels
the way.
like a focus bit for a
Too regular.
second here.
I'll find another path.
Okay.
All right, let's. Nope. Third time's the charm, sure. Let's try to take
What are
this.
those panels on the floor?
No? Okay. This should be salvageable. Yeah. Hang on. There we go. Third times was the charm.
Festus's cables are all over.
And it's still like a big challenge for me because it's not really
How do
something
we cross?
I
Cables are twisted around that nose
am
on the other side.
made to do. Getting on the big stage, so I always see it as a learning opportunity
Cables are twisted
to
around that nose
get
on the
some
other side.
growth out of it for me to learn new skills. Being in the spotlight, that's definitely not a thing I'm used to or would have told you that I would like sometime somewhere in the past. So that's very good. And I'm very grateful to have gotten the opportunity and the trust to being able to represent TASBot and the community on stages such as
Taken over for service
BSG in the past, UKSG in the future.
but it wasn't always hostile.
And I thoroughly enjoy it, and I hopefully always will.
We have to get down there.
That dome of light. Is it protecting the machine?
There should be a node I can override nearby to shut it down.
Ooh, we got all three of them. Nice.
Aloy, core.
Yeah, this run for sure feels like a.
They look like machines. Looks like Festus has been upgrading the security grid on the cauldrons. All the data's been corrupted.
I do feel like just me rambling on and on about stuff and trying to run the game on more of a muscle memory feel.
Yes.
Not focusing too much on my notes does help. I mean, looking at my splits, that definitely does help.
Was that the spirit? Minerva?
Ooh.
Something doesn't want us here.
That was fast. I didn't even really hear Aloy speak here.
What's going on?
Well, at least the emergency lights work.
What just happened?
Minerva's definitely here.
We
And I
we want to
think
craft
it's trying to
that.
keep us out.
We want to craft one of those. Craft a couple of those.
I'll scout ahead, see if there's a way to get us in.
You sure we shouldn't come with you?
Okay, just with
yeah,
enough
Minerva
time
could be
to
dangerous.
spare for
But we'll
now.
make sure it's safe.
With a lot of time to spare,
We'll be right
actually.
here if you need us.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I need to find where Minerva's hiding. I should look for a way to access the facility systems.
Alert! Restricted access. You are not wanted here.
Nope, sorry. You're not getting rid of me that easily, Minerva.
Game. Okay, so we got that's never happened before for me tonight. That's I got stuck there. Not sure what else to say. That was new. Couldn't even wiggle my way out.
You are not wanted here.
Not sure how that happened, but that was a quick recovery.
And I'm outside. I need to find a way back into the facility. I'm close. If I can get Minerva to cooperate, I can merge it with Gaia. Finally bring her back. And we can start fixing
I mean, I'll leave it up to
the storms.
viewers' interpretation if that was a good or a bad. That's never happened before.
Why do they want it back up?
I mean, if the game is still able to surprise me that much, even after all this time, that's a good thing, I wager.
Alert. System core penetrated. I have established a network between your focuses, allowing you to communicate when apart.
Good.
It's sort of like a rite of passage,
Regional control
almost, you know, to get these things to happen to you.
Supposed to be a lab.
That was its intended purpose.
It looks like
Some of the
plans to
machine
grow.
Because I have one of the...
Getting ideas.
For some reason, I managed to skip a cutscene trigger. And I was like, that's never happened to me before. And I posted a clip to the community Discord, and they were like, oh yeah, we know that happens. And I was like, okay, sure, good. It's a bad thing that it happened to me. Apparently going too fast is a bad thing. But it's funny to know that I'm not the only one that it's happened to. So yeah, it really makes me feel part of the community in that sense.
What about
Oh, thank you for the kind words, Fearful.
ether? Set aside.
I'll hope to see you at Annual. I assume you're not going to be at 38.
Do you live up?
So let's, you know, hang out a bit more if we're able to at Annual.
Can you?
It's going to be good. It's always fun to meet new people, especially the ones we meet through all the online communities.
Back for Gaia. Varl and Zoe are waiting for me by the west exit. But I could head back east first. Check on how Plainsong's doing after the attack.
Yes,
Or I could also
I
look
think it'll
around
be better this way.
into North Clanlands. Somewhere out there's plenty of Gaia's subfunctions. And who knows what
Oh
else.
yeah, we're gonna plenty of time to grab a drink, a coffee, or what have you, and to, you know, just chill out. That's gonna be good. Already looking forward to that. Oh, other way around, Steve. We gotta fly some more. Do you have plans to submit something to Annual, Fearful? Because I've seen you post PBs in a Discord once in a while, so I'm curious. Would love to see a run of yours in real life. We got that campfire, that's good. Yeah. It would be bad if we skipped it. Oh yeah, I think I saw your name on the schedule there. I had a register that they did overnight runs as well. But that's still cool. they look like they had a real fun vibe going on over there. With them being in a, what was it, the movie theater? At least that's the way it looked like.
Ruins of Las Vegas.
The chairs sure looked comfy.
I always saw this as very fun and exciting, but millions of them are exposed to the elements. A lot of them are buried in the sea. So maybe this is underground. If that's true, I might be able to find a way down water's pouring out of that building. Sister,
Oh yeah, that should be good.
better check it out.
I'm looking forward to that.
I want to drop more oval enough than you because
Some
Hello. Yeah.
Well, what's
the mark.
You.
Yeah.
is that?
early drop.
I'd have to
Well, you
without
ham. What is it? You got.
Hey.
Moral.
All right, thanks so much, Dwango, for dropping in, saying hi. Hopefully, the rest of your day will be less painful, and I will talk to you later, man. It's good having you. Oh, I will. Thank you so much, good sir.
getting close to Ether's location.
Uh,
I said it would need some kind of physical processing.
So yeah, let's see how this split will treat us.
Ancient ruin.
Just a bit of a finicky gameplay
Stronghold?
coming up in a bit.
Ether be inside?
Least of all, not places where I've clipped through the floor. Very unintentionally, I have to add.
Is that...
Yeah.
Alright.
Easy come. The chief is inside.
I'm ready.
Good.
I'll do what you want, but you...
You speak.
Do you have another game you could submit then, Fearful? That you would love to see on the big stage?
Come.
Ooh, Steve is sorta in a good position.
I thought it would
Okay.
be commercial guitar
Gonna
that's the
do
best.
a white circle like that. That works. Alright. I mean, I can imagine that it feels shitty going over estimate, but I mean it's more of a showcase of what you can do with the game and what it looks like than just, you know, being under your estimate, because I feel like everybody at least once in their lives that submit to speedrun marathons will go over estimate. I mean, it happens. As long as you have fun, everything should be good, at least in my book. You're not going hours over your estimate, of course. We're not sonorous after all. Yeah, I know exactly. As long as the people like it, and how you handle the going over estimate, you know, it's all good. It's part of the trade, you know, putting on a marathon. There's always the risk that somebody or something will happen that makes you, yeah, lose control of the schedule in a certain way. So yeah, that just you know, it happens. And I mean, for every chance you have of going overestimate, there's also the equal chance of you going below your estimate. And I want to say, you know, that going half an hour over or half an hour under your estimate is equally bad, in quotation marks, for the schedule. So, you know.
What's he looking at?
This got moving. Some others. We should not order all the
Not so.
bolt. So will I deny
Never.
It all just happens.
This'll take my fall.
on me? Here it is.
That worked. That's always good.
Let me. Have my orders.
Come on, Aloy, you can run. Be a dear. Oh, stairs. My greatest enemy. Stairs. Well, I should
This is a warm.
more broadly specify uneven terrain. Because the terrain in Cauldrons, that's not exactly stairs, but it's also really rough on the rolling and the sliding and everything.
Might not be as
So,
strong as Dakota thinks it is.
just uneven terrain, the bane of my existence.
Oh, just you.
Stairs are just extreme forms of uneven terrain.
I need to get a little distance from the wall in order to scan it properly.
Alright. Hang on, Aloy. Did I get too fast again? You're not saying the, There we go.
Just what I thought. There's something metal in there. Oh, that rock is interfering with
Not
the
sure
scan.
why that keeps being a pain in my behind.
I might be able to
All
climb
the
up on other
scanning
side
here
of the
and
wall,
advancing the story.
near that waterfall. Power cord.
Yeah. So in theory this should have worked. And it did, nice. Don't fall to my death, that's always preferable.
The rebels might have made camp northeast of here.
And then what? The two of us go up against all of them? We're getting
Pretty
close
much,
to where we
yeah.
saw the rebels before. Oh, you may lack.
Come on, buddy, there we go. Oop. Did I get everyone? Feel like, yeah, I did. Nice. Ooh, yeah. Come on, Katala. Walk over there.
Here it is. But you don't just need a cannon. You need a miracle.
Oh, that was
Coming right up.
barely in time, I feel like. But barely in time is good enough for me.
So we can expect working.
It's exploding.
Hell yeah.
Maybe I should go up there
We saved an entire minute.
and find this chaplain.
We got that back. Ooh.
Might also be a good idea to resupply before.
Heck yeah. Alright, let me scroll back the notes. Yeah, I'm not really focusing too much on my notes here. Which I feel like is a good sign of the run being in broad sense in my muscle memory, or at least in the brain muscle memory of knowing where to go and what to do. So yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, you know, just casually dropping down the side of a mountain. Wee. That's still scary. I don't think that will ever not stop being scary. That's the words. Yeet.
I can turn this around.
Come on, Mike. Get your mount ass over there. There we go. Proper behavior from Mike. The second time around.
I need to get past these hostiles and into the ruins.
There we go. Just a quick dash with Mike here. Because apparently he can spawn here, so we'll take advantage of it. And that's a fairly consistent spawn of him in front of us. Which is always a good thing. Because then you don't have the animation of him turning around. You know, that's pretty slow, I want to say. Alright, time for our sniper section.
Room with no way out. Great. Wherever they are, they want me dead. I better be careful.
Oh. Where is he? There. Okay. Kind of a bit of a breathtaking moment there.
Trying to kill me?
Because, you know, you gotta zoom in real quick to see him. And they're wearing white armor. And there's a bit of a fog going on here. So that doesn't make him very visible to me.
I believe these consoles were meant to be
But it's all good.
unison, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
I feel like if I land on its spot on the perch,
Following your lead,
everything should be good.
ancestors have shown us the way.
Come on, let's go.
Whee!
Do you want me to come with you?
Alright,
Took both
time
of us to
for
open up
our
that tunnel, didn't it?
first out of bounds. Okay, first bit of getting up here done. That's out of bounds. And, oh,
If you say so.
there we go. That works. decent backup as I fall down again, but that works. Come on, Aloy, there. No, go through. There we go. Let's see. No. There. Falling back down through the ceiling is always somehow the more finicky part of it all. Which is funny. Boop.
Machines. We can fight them. Or sneak past. Your call.
Yeah, let's be safe here and pick the parts up now to leave us time for crafting in a bit.
A vent. I think I can pull it open.
Can we pull it open? Yeah, we got it open with and we got the roll inside the vent. Nice.
I think I can move these things. There we go. Huh. This should help.
There's consoles up here too.
But no way to get to them.
Oh yeah. There's
You said
consoles
what?
up there
I'll see what I
too.
can find.
Yeah, well that's what I was counting on. In any case, this feels like it's been going pretty smoothly.
Yeah. If you can
So
hop
far.
on top of it, I can get you to those consoles.
Exactly.
That's no good. I'll raise the pullcaster
Hold
on
it
that.
there. Let me just. I jumped on top.
Okay, blowing up a wall as is customary. Okay.
Hold on.
I don't know, feel like that timing isn't that strict, that narrow.
Blow up a wall?
I'll try.
Alright, let's see. Do we want to craft? Ooh, the
Jumping
crafting's not too bad now, actually.
Made it.
Um,
I'm at the console. Wait.
so let's see what we get on our resources. Oh, those are pretty nice as well. It's almost as if I'm getting better at the game.
My mission here
Who
is
knew?
doomed.
Although I'll help if I can, okay?
Crazy, right?
But first we have to get out of here.
Right. We need to open the hatch. Okay, let's see. Okay. I'm unlocking a storage
I almost feel like we could actually implement the
There should be a power
found the
cell
energy
inside.
getting out here while
And you need to
Alpha
find a
yaps
way into
to
the generator room.
loot the machine for the
Okay,
parts we
I'm on it.
need. But maybe we'll let that sit for a bit and just implement it when we get consistent PB pace.
Okay. That brought
I feel like, because then that's more optimization in like the seconds level. And at this point, I still
okay.
have a lot of
We need to operate
optimization,
both consoles
a lot of time
simultaneously to
gain
open the hatch.
Get to
um,
the other console.
with just
We
executing
need to keep moving.
everything
Testation
in
Ivy
a
can be far
decent
off.
way. Come on, Aloy, just be it here, fall down. And it didn't even cost us any fall damage. Well, it's either time loss or fall damage at this point, of
Spend most of
that
my
feels like.
life against.
Traveled a long way.
No. That was not what you were supposed to do, but sure.
Okay. Let's find a way to get into the proving ground.
Oh. Please get in there.
That complex should be test station Ivy.
Eat despair.
It's one of those machines. Well, you helped.
Still.
We should be able to get into.
Get Dave the Dreadwing hanging up there.
Keep your guard up.
It's It's always good to see Dave just casually hanging out here. With emphasis on
Has to be
hanging,
some data
because
here on
he
the
was, you
adamantium
know,
wraith I can
hanging
use.
on the
This
ceiling.
console's still
Get it?
operational in the log.
At least somebody finds me funny.
In every way. The
And it's not me. Yeah, once again, I'm feeling like this is a pretty decent time, actually. Even looking at my at the splits.
You're leaving?
Wee.
So all their efforts were in vain. They ran out of time.
At least we have the software module they created. It should get rid of the vines produced by the metal flowers. I need a
Alright.
workbench to load the module into my spear.
Yeah, we got time to spare here.
There's one back at our camp. The map showed a path leading back there past the next room. There, the workbench you... Now what?
Now, we get to that data core. Let's hope this new module works. Flowers blooming. Let's
Boop,
see if the
boop,
software
boop, boop.
works.
The flower.
They're falling apart.
Door's clear now.
The data core looks intact.
Time to bring Demeter home.
Feels decently alright. Come on, map. You're costing me precious seconds there. But nah, it's alright. Man, those are some pretty colors though. And I still find it funny that even though you get plus on your deltas, that they can be gold splits.
Welcome back, Aloy. When you're ready, please merge Demeter with me. Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
All right.
Alright. Let's go scale a mountain.
Aloy, I was able to unlock another room in the main living area.
There, you ready?
Let's...
Look.
Well, there are obviously more Zeniths than we know about.
Can't believe you fought one of them.
Almost didn't make it.
Alright, let's get the
Whatever the rebels did.
being harassed by sticky bombs phase of the run.
But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will.
Alright, let's see if that worked
It's
for
gone
me
now.
in just a bit.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
This is gonna be
Weapon's still hot.
just barely,
No
yeah.
way it worked.
With just barely,
It's
it
cooled off.
did the exact animation I actually wanted.
An Oseram with a
You know, just straight back, and Aloy immediately got up.
sending data on the weapons
In
somewhere
comparison to this one right there.
else. Looks like the rebels camped here for a while. Are they watching this area? All right.
And we actually did the entire thing right. Which is, you know, free time save for us. Because I don't think I did that in my PB.
Old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own
Oh.
backup of Gaia,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Olivia. Found its
See,
hiding
that
spot,
was...
so
Yeah,
it
that
sent
worked.
the distress signal.
Perfect. Gotta get the acid trap for
So,
just a bit, in just a
exploring
bit.
another far Zenith ruin.
So we're gonna be
At least
blowing
this
up
one doesn't seem to have
monsters.
giant killer machines.
Well, killer
Or anything
machines.
you can blow up.
Ectogenic chambers. This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Alright.
Said it's in here.
Alright.
Somehow
Unironically,
Zenith
the hardest
control
part
console
once again coming up.
to access the storage units.
Inputting the correct
Can
number.
you tell us if the asset is in one of them?
Well, let's find out.
236.
Always take
I should
that
prepare before the Spectre gets here.
a bit more
I can't let it
careful.
get through to Varl and the clone.
Because it's easy to mistype that. No, Aloy, please. Put the trap
Here it
down.
comes.
That worked.
Here goes
Nice.
covered in acid. There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up
Just
top.
barely, though.
Stay down here with the clone for now.
Think.
I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Oh, and these stairs we can slide up on. Alright. I see how it is, Aloy. You're just wishy-washy
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
with your
I gotta get
sliding.
to Aaron.
See, and then going up the tunnel is then difficult for it.
Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out.
Ooped.
Down the center.
If I can figure out how
Ooh, hello, bunny. Goodbye, bunny.
maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
There we go. That was a pretty decent, pretty good SOS
Let's get
scene,
the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze.
I feel like.
If we can replicate
Yep.
it,
We're going the right
we'll
way
have a
for
way to
once,
defeat the Zeniths.
which is always also good.
Check on the clone too. Varl, where's our guest?
Welcome back.
We're in.
Thanks, Gaia.
Now we can go back and talk to Beta.
Aloy.
So,
Sliding down the stairs.
Yeah, some sort of not the same. you
Mashing
did- okay, so
story.
I suppose. When I thought, but I think. So how how did? Well, before God, what Gaia to us? You were so coming. They're what did we're never. Hey, you're here. I have sent you and okay.
How'd it go?
Okay, let's go to the cool road. To the big arena fight.
Outlander, Chief Akaro, and Marshal Katano await you within.
The core route should be starting soon. Once it's done, I'll be able to access the chamber below Hikaro's throne.
Outlander, the Chief awaits you in the arena, past the throne.
This must lead to the arena. It's another part of the ruins, turned into a fighting ring.
Look at the. Hey, yes, but.
Alright,
Oh,
yeah.
so-
I feel like we are pretty decently stocked up on resources, so
There's
I will skip the stash here.
Skill will determine if it will be a real show.
Mr. Kote, training later.
Oh, not that one. Yep.
Okay. Hikaru's defenders should be at the end of this trench.
But we must hold. And look, we are not alone in this fight.
Hold them back! Defend the cool route!
Defend the cool route. And we do that by eating spares. Boop. Eating spears. Eating spares.
Big one, incoming!
Oh. Did I? Come on, buddy. There we go. I think that's better. Yeah, that was better. Eat. Not a bad cool route.
We've got out here, Pepper Champion! Get inside! Go!
Oh. Evade the fighting.
This is it. There's more. There. That come on, Aether.
Oh yeah.
Time
This
to
is
go.
pretty decent split as well once again. This should be a good run.
Elizabeth Sobek.
Even though the parkouring didn't go exactly as planned. But all in all, pretty decently happy with that so far.
Got it.
Gotta wait for the safe circle
get
to
this
pop
back together.
up. There we go. Then we can RFS. And then we jump over the gap because we don't want to fall in.
The words of the ten.
Oh yeah. All right. Now does come the dreaded split of the out of bounds, the wiggly out of bounds.
Aloy, I'm glad you have returned, and I see you have recovered ether.
Aloy, can you come downstairs? Beta has something you need to hear.
Okay.
Alright, we
right
selected food just in time.
I have managed to unlock additional rooms.
We are gonna be needing that in just a
Got
bit.
it.
Okay, not go too fast. Alright. We didn't skip this cutscene trigger, which is good. Then we can go here.
Wow, so there's a
Assume
so
it's something. I think it.
like we that's some
What?
image
Time.
at first, then
Wait.
it's
Okay. Time to
Okay,
see if
eat
this
the
thing
food
works.
because we want to have the extra dodging.
So far, so good. I can actually move down here.
Okay, I feel
Oh,
like
seems to be
that.
holding up. I've never been able to swim this deep before.
Yeah, that works. Swimming is still a bit of pain, so we are gonna take that slow.
That looks like a way out. Poseidon's down here, somewhere. Gotta find where it's hiding. Whoa! Machine. There's no way I can fight that thing in the water. I'll have to be careful. This place is massive. All of it is light. The door on the other side. Coordinates for Poseidon right there. I don't think I can get to it without the machine spotting me. I gotta find a way to deal with it first. Moreland said he he saw a red light near the floor when the water rushed in. Almost like a warning. Some kind of alarm system? There. Red light.
Alert. Critical flooding detected.
Going up.
Drainage controls offline. To execute an
Yeah,
emergency
okay.
purge,
That does feel very solid to me.
the purge can then be triggered at the remote maintenance station.
Do this purge and drain all the water. And fight that big machine on dry ground. Looks like I have to reset all the pump nodes first. According to the map, there should be an access point for the first node south of here.
Whoop whoop. Not sure which weapon I'm on. That's an easy fix. Okay, gotta wait for the sluice doors to come up. Alright, let's see how the out of bounds will treat us in just a bit. If we can get there smoothly, not just, you know, try to swim into to metal, it's fine. Whee! There we go. That's alright.
Taking care of both nodes. Now I just need to activate the emergency power to the maintenance station.
Oh, come on. Alright. We got this. Okay. There we go. That was still pretty okay. I do feel like I should practice that a lot more. Come on, Aloy, say the line. There you go. That's the line I wanted you to say.
Console I found earlier. That might be the maintenance station. But how to get in?
How to get in? You get a prompt to open a door. That's how we get in.
There. Time to dry this place out.
That did it.
All right.
Okay.
Then we get the 2 RFSs. Which for some reason works. And that puts us out of bounds.
Purge left these machines behind. Let's say bye then.
Alright. Just one more spike to be yeeted before I need to craft more. But that should be enough. Yeah, that was enough. Nice aiming here.
Should be somewhere below this door. Time to bring it home.
Alright, yeah. Still, even with what was it, like 3rd try out of bounds? This still feels like a fast split though.
I need to find a console to gain access to it. There. I should be able to use that console. Poseidon triggered a restart of the city's power system. Morland and crew must have stayed back up top. Probably not able to carry all that.
Okay, that barely made it up there, I feel like.
An elevator.
But once again, just barely making it is making it.
Can still work. Be nice not to have
Okay.
to climb back up.
Come on, Aloy. Oh, no, that's not the way. There we go. It's a bit slower than I would have liked to, but that's still fine. No, no, please. Fast travel. Thank you. Oop. Nice.
I hear you're heading to the coast. Do you need to resupply en route? I suggest stopping in Fall's Edge. It's a lowland clanton southwest of the Grove, in the heart of the jungle.
Got it. Thanks for the advice.
Oh yeah, flying over the ocean. Well, let's see what we get in terms of the slaughter spine that's coming up. I believe last run we had a regular slaughter spine that was slaughtered by the rebels in the area. So while I am hoping it will be funny if we encounter another regular slaughter spine here, I do believe it will be an Apex one that we'll encounter here, but we'll soon find out. First, some more barrel rolling to make Aloy dizzy. Oh, there he is, the slaughter spine. And it feels like it is the Apex one, because it's still living at this point. Yep, that looks very purpley and goldy from up here. So yeah, that's definitely the Apex one.
Okay. Time to cross the water, look for landfall. That's strange.
That's strange. Yeah, it is.
Nothing's stopping me from taking the boat.
Yeah, well, we'll take the boat. See how that storm works out for you.
No one's guarding this side of the ferry either. Where are the...
Come on, Steve. Be a deer. Why did you land, buddy? Oh well. It is what it is, I guess. Let's see if we can fall in style in the correct location. Because I have a habit of falling just slightly outside of the cutscene barrier. Which is not that good, obviously. But I believe this works.
Yeah. Then we.
Steve. Aw, Steve making a round. Aw. Yeah, let's wait for Steve here. Steve, buddy, there we go. I do want a couple of those. To yeet in just a second.
Might have some useful data. But how to get up there?
Dropping down.
The machine will kill you.
And yeah, well, not if I kill it first. Haha.
CEO sent me. I need to speak to Alva.
By all means, then.
Come on, man.
Open the gates.
The legacy
There we go.
tells us that
Oh, pretty nice.
Sobek helped the ancestors
Good aiming.
cast aside all obstacles, and so it has been today.
You have been true to your word. I'm pleased. Thebes awaits us below, shall we?
It's almost time for comfy pajamas.
Quite an excavation.
Much of this was flooded. We had to pump a great deal of water out.
This water's warm. Seems like a hot spring. What? It's huge. It goes all the way down to the bottom.
I always feel like I tend to are watching. I'm still surprised by how incredibly easy that out of bounds is. You know, you just go into that corner, you fast swim, and that's it. There's not really even any strict direction you need to take. She just goes out of bounds. It's amazing. Drip, drip. Oh, that's okay. Once again, that's never happened before. I've never plunged down to my death right there.
The living area.
Luckily, a quick reset from checkpoint fixes a lot of our struggles.
Look at this place. It's pretty fancy for a survival bunker.
Eloy, please. There we go.
An emergency exit function.
Emergency exit initiated.
Pajamas, pajamas.
Look at this place.
The grandeur. Yes, he has. He was a pompous prick. Oh. No.
You're magnificent. Perhaps we should leave guards behind to
There
cover
we
our
go.
exits.
Indeed. Let it be done.
There we go. That's the way that was supposed to do that. Okay, boop. Nice, nice. Yeah, nice, nice fight over there with the corruptors.
Well fought.
Thanks.
He has
Still the
decided to
jumping
return
over
to
the
An impressive
invisible
setup.
wall still feels
What's it
finicky. Not really sure what is up with that. Yeah, I want to craft those. Spikes are always good. Craft a couple more of those. Can't hurt. One of that. We are here. In any case.
There will be some stabilization after the next treatment. God knows what Ted will do to us if there isn't. The early results
Yeah, that feels right.
promising. No signs of aging, no cellular degeneration, but
Yeah, that should leave us with enough resources for now.
old lab in Bangkok.
With time to spare here as well.
Or my old liquor cabinet. Stop it.
We gotta stay positive for Kenya.
For Kenya.
You s- Look at all this equipment. We are getting closer to the heart of this place. I can feel it.
A vent of some sort? Not a bad idea. Thank you, buddy. That comment was very much appreciated.
A console. Maybe I can access Ted's files.
Boop. Boop.
Pharaoh rigged the reactor to only
Nice
blow
boops
if he
here.
dies. We have to run.
Gotta love a nice boop.
More soldiers up ahead.
Opening fire!
They make lots of weird, wonderful noises here. Alright, that was a good escape. Yeah, nice escape as well there. Oh, that's a split. Yeah. Look at all those nice splits here, man. We're doing still pretty nice. No pressure, of course, on me. Wonderful noises of Aaron in the background. Wham, womp.
Welcome back. Aloy.
Alright, gotta go down to beta. Give her some pep talk.
Aloy.
We don't.
Good luck.
Beta, it's tell me what if the only way we can edit the zine. So I see. Beta, you're right. So what? I don't know. I look, you erased. What's beta? It's the diff cross. Keep the diff.
Rost, good guy. May he rest in pieces.
You don't. Oh, you're right.
In peace. Rest in pieces. I don't know, man.
To make it up.
Words.
Whenever you are ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
Hello.
Hey.
Just I. Are you? Or we?
All right. Gemini. Always a fun time to be had here. Oop. Ha.
That's all done for now.
Got you there, buddy.
Good use of this.
This was a pretty nice start for...
I'm patched into your focus feed. You should know there is a huge power draw coming from the next chamber. Thanks for the heads up. I'm almost there. It's some kind of production chamber.
Okay. That should prevent us from soft locking that voice line there.
Machine is it trying to build? I don't know, but I'm gonna shut it down. But those metal carriers will lead me to where it's getting materials from. I bet that's where Festus is hiding too.
Okay, that works.
Looks like we're gotta find a way past this shield. Well, that doesn't sound good.
Come on, Aloy. We can hop onto these invisible ledges here. I believe we can. No, not like that. Okay. Try that one more time.
Maybe there's a way over the shield.
There we go. Let's hope that buddy doesn't see us. He saw us. Okay. That was a nice jump kick, buddy. Let's hope we hear a boom. Yes, we heard a boom. That's another boom for me.
I tapped into the core's network hub.
Nice booms all around here. And I see some lightning going on over there. So that I think we're safe from the soft locking.
Well, I better not get comfortable.
Should go right here. That's a nice looking machine here. Come on, buddy. Be nice.
Keep coming. Please tell me you're getting close.
I've been smashing through a lot of machines on my side too.
I guess Aaron's missing out.
Aloy, I've managed to rewire most of the components in the core, but the energy processor's cracked.
There.
Without a way to fabricate another.
There should be one there.
Okay, let me think.
And another one here.
What if you bypass the processor? Connect it to.
I think that should work.
I need to drive Festus out of here. There should be another.
There's only one way to find out if Mark is gonna be a dick. That's one, that's two, and that was three. No. Mark was not a dick tonight. Hell yeah.
Node access restored. Now you can operate it. Should work.
Alright. It's always a good run if we don't see Mark. That means we placed our spike traps in the correct spots. Yes, please. There we go. Nice scan. Alright.
No more hiding, Hephaestus.
That was a very nicely done Gemini.
Got it. Hephaestus is back in the core. Make sure
Apart from the bit of parkouring, That went pretty nice.
Because of you, Beta.
I mean, sliding over here is always a drag.
Thank you.
So that doesn't count.
We couldn't have done any of this without you.
Right back at you, Aloy.
Aloy. Of course.
There we go. Very good. Very good.
This is 100%.
All right, we're close to the end here. Feeling pretty good about it, actually.
What is this?
Just a few favorites from my collection. Rescued and stored. Done so soon?
I've got more important things to worry about.
That's always fun. All right.
I take it the other Zeniths can't hear us?
Of course not. And they don't know about your base either, in case you were wondering. I've sent you data on the Horus energy cells you can use against Regala's forces. Reach out to me when you're ready to acquire one.
Understood.
Okay.
Before I do anything else, I should check on Zoe. It sounded important. Over here.
Because of course we can fast travel to that point.
I need to go to the fabrication terminal to install the new override in my spear. Then I'll use it on a Sunwing and get ready. Override installed. Now to find a Sunwing. I think there are some roosting at the top of the mountain.
Gotta find a new Steve here.
Good. There are Sunwings up here. I'll have to approach them quietly. Tilda, I'm in the air.
Whee.
But first you must send out a pulse to activate them. I've sent you the necessary software. To deploy it, you'll have to override one of the communication machines you refer to as Tallnecks. There's one in the middle of the desert that should do nicely.
On it.
Okay, full health. That's pretty necessary. For just a bit.
There's a Tallneck. Need to get on top of its head.
Hello, Tallneck. Overriding Tallneck.
Okay, Tilda. Up over in the Tallneck.
Good. The energy cells are behind. Simply pick one up on a Horus.
There we go.
The nearest one should be northwest.
Nice escape.
Dropping it on Regala's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I wanted it.
Come on, Steve. Are you gonna pick us up? Nice. Good guy, Steve. I don't think I'd need them anymore, but you know, better to be safe than sorry.
Reinforcements ready. Heading for the grove. I hope Kyle is not going to be walker. Here's the energy cell.
Feel like there's one more barrel in here. There we go. Very good. Very good.
This from Tomek should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up more from any horse I fly to. Be useful, even after I deal with Rebella. Alright, here we go.
No, 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 Eloy, please just shoot. Very nice. It's all coming together here.
Oh, wrong. More than my... No, because I'm getting so times and fault. Don't be...
I think that should be fast enough. Yeah, that was. All right. Final mission time.
Better get everyone in the control room so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base. Okay, maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But...
All right. On to the final stretches of the game. I mean, I can't. It doesn't really feel like it's been an hour and like 45 minutes already. Were you just in time to witness the arrow to the knee? Hi, Rick. Welcome in.
Don't think I can fly for that shield.
Alright. Almost there. This bit of flying always takes way longer than I remember for some reason. Not sure why. And let's hope Steve will behave. Oh, if he even behaves. Yeah, there we go. Underneath the horse leg. Oh, other way around, Steve. Other way around. Yeah, this should be high enough. One more. Might be in there. Yeah. Okay. Well, we should turn back, right? But what if? And hear me out. What if I don't? Alright, Steve. Don't let us down here. You got this, buddy. I believe in you. Okay. No. I specifically said that I believed in you. That wasn't believing in you. Alright. Second try is the charm. Okay, I still believe, Steve. Okay, maybe I believe a bit less. Okay. Keeping him. Oh yeah. See, second tries the charm. Let's go, Steve. Go, Steve. With the final barrel runs of the run. We're almost there, Steve. You did good, buddy. Yeah, did good. Alright. Try not to... Oh, Steve. There. I'm trying to be extra safe. Alright. Did we do it? Yeah, we did. Nice going, Steve. Hell yeah.
Aloy, it's been intense, but Cataldo got me to a network node. I'm trying to get in.
Keep out. We're almost to the tower.
Alright, it's almost time for the best voice line of the game. Yes, Cataldo. That's right. Die, machine filth.
I'm almost into the network.
Just...
Oh. Oh, come on, buddy. That was not fair. There we go. That was fair.
Okay. I will be. In time. Go. Rescue your sister. I'll regroup with the others and make sure they're all right.
Oh man. Final stretch. We're almost home free.
Looks like the machine's inspectors have almost wiped each other out. What was that?
Aloy, Gerard just activated the self-destruct failsafe on the printing matrix. He's taking control of a number of systems.
Including the lift?
I'm afraid so. He's restricted its access to the top. You'll have to climb from there. I have to go. I almost have.
Oh, and we skipped the Aaron dialogue here, so that means we did a pretty decent job at climbing. That's always nice. Oop. Ooh, nice. Come on, buddy. Okay. Nice recovery.
It's over. Why couldn't you just let me choose?
And there we go. Ah, a 150. Ah, that's good. Heck yeah.